I brought this up with Dave McMenamin where I said, LeBron does that podcast with JJ Redick. JJ may be interviewing with Charlotte. I don't know if he already has. And I said, well, could you see where LeBron, JJ, maybe he's the head coach of the Lakers? And Dave goes, yes, I think he's one of the candidates. Like, how serious is this? I kind of brought it up as just, oh, okay, maybe would they discuss being the head coach of the Lakers?
Well, couple of things. First off, the Lakers have very few good candidates for the job. Not that JJ would be a bad candidate, but they have very few good candidates. There's not that many coaches available right now who are experienced and proven and ready to come to Los Angeles. You can say a name like Mike Budenholzer, but before you assume that a guy like Mike Budenholzer is going to go to the Lakers, you need to understand that the Lakers don't pay. They paid Phil Jackson an 8-figure salary. They did it kicking and screaming, and he was engaged to one of the owners at the time, and had won. By the time they paid it to him, had won numerous championships. I'm not sure what year they gave it to him. They have been outbid for a couple years ago. Ty Lue and Monty Williams turned him down because they didn't offer. I mean, I can't say for exactly why, but their lowball contract offers were part of it. And so if you just assume that there's going to be a coach who wants to go in there like a Mike Budenholzer, the going rate for an elite coach now is 8 figures a year. And the Lakers, I'm not sure they're willing to pay that. That's number one. Maybe they are, but that's number one. Number two, this is one of the toughest situations to coach in the league. You have aging stars, which is one of the toughest things to coach in sports. You have a roster that could get better. They have some draft assets, but you really don't know how much it can get better. Man, look at the Western Conference, Dan. I was talking the other day to a coaching candidate who's going to be a candidate for some of these jobs. And he was saying to me, he's like, I'm kind of waiting for an Eastern Conference job because these Western Conference jobs, I mean, look at the Lakers. Which of the teams in front of them do you think are coming backwards? And look at behind them. They got the Rockets breathing down their neck. The Spurs are going to be coming up. Like, it's going to be a really hard job. What I would say to JJ is, here's the other thing I want to say real quick. LeBron doesn't get involved in coaching hires. For years, for many, many coaches, he's always taken a distance. In fact, and I can't say this for every candidate, but he generally has a rule, okay, that he won't engage with the candidate. After the coach has been hired, of course, he'll have a conversation with the coach. Generally, he wants to stay out of it. He doesn't want it on his hands. I know there's this belief that LeBron hires and fires all these coaches. But and maybe he does like hurt coaches because he sort of kills them with 1,000 paper cuts. But LeBron is very sensitive to that, and he does not want to be involved in that. So it's not going to be like he's going to go into Rob Pelinka and say, hey, I'm having a great time with JJ. You should hire him. That's just not reality. But what I would say to JJ, if he asks my opinion, which he won't, is that LeBron's friendships in the NBA, for the most part, tend to fall out as quick as they start. There is a long line of former teammates that he was buddies with that when it's over are gone. The true close people in his life have been close people in his life for 15 or 20 years. So just because anybody, and I'm not just saying JJ, just because Jim Smith is having a great time hanging out with LeBron in May doesn't mean it'll be a great time by December. That's what I would say just in general about all relationships with him in the NBA.